Hi, welcome to Starry Night, block of the month 4 with legit kits. Come on along and let's sew. First, I want to organize my kit in my binder. So I'll let you do that. We'll go from there. Now I have month 4 organized in my binder. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to tell you about a different approach on how to put together your legit kit, how to cut out some fabrics. I have my first page of my pattern and I'm looking at B3A. And you see there are 4 colors. Another way that you can approach it is you can copy this page of the pattern, and I'm going to set this here. You can take that copy and cut out your pieces as such for that block. So I'm cutting apart the block, you see here. And then I'm going to take my fabrics. For instance, this one is ED fabric. I'm going to grab my ED fabric and I'm going to cut it out from here. That one's kind of short. Let's go this way. I'm right-handed. So let's take my ED fabric and I can see my seam allowances here. So I can take that and I can actually, I probably should pin that down, but I didn't grab my pins before I walked over here. And I can cut out my fabric and pin the fabric right to that section. Right? I could do that for these pieces. I want to make sure that I cut out a 1/4 inch at least around. I think I'll go ahead and put that on a side seam or a side lengthwise. Cut it out that way to ensure that I have my 1/4 inch. And you can see I'm pretty hefty on that 1/4 inch. You can be hefty on the 1/4 inch because you have plenty of fabric in these kits. And there's N. I've pulled these ahead of time to save some time on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that one. Pin it down. FC. And then my last is RJ. I'm going to pin this little booger down. There we go. Okay. Oops. So now I have my different fabrics cut out and they're actually labeled, or the labels maintained on them. And I can take my pattern then and loosely cut that out. And I can take this to my sewing machine along with my pieces. And actually I don't even have to label them as long as I keep them with this pattern section. And I can sew those together. Put them in the right orientation on the pattern. Removing the paper. So I'm using this paper as a pattern is all that I'm doing. I'm not keeping it on there, just I'm keeping it on there until I get it to the sewing machine. But I'm taking it off and then I'm sewing in order. All right, that was just another approach to cutting out your fabrics. I'm going to go ahead and complete cutting out all of my pieces for my sections for B3. And actually I'll go ahead and do B4 block as well. This is B3 and then B4. And then we'll assemble those.